Hey there, guys. Have you ever wondered just how viable the legendaries are? I, for one, grew up believing that all the legendaries were super powerful. But now with recent legendary releases, I'm starting to think less and less of their power. Without having certain additional items to aid them in battle, they just aren't worth it. That is why I am challenging each legendary in their respective games to see if they can beat their game without any additional aid from Pokemon or items in battle. I'm writing this section of the script prior to starting the challenge, so I don't know what will go on during the challenge, and I'll be writing the script as I go along, letting you all know the struggles that I go through and have a focus of the main fights of each game. For this specific challenge, I'll be using the God Pokemon Ho-Oh. Depending on which game you are playing, Gold, Silver, or Crystal, you either encounter Ho-Oh at level 40 or level 70 in Tin Tower. Ho-Oh is one of the first Pokemon that Ash saw in the anime, and he managed to throw his Pikachu at it. Ho-Oh is a fire-flying Pokemon, making him 4 times weak to Rock-type moves. The only time we really run into this is near the end of the game, and by that point, we should be over-leveled enough to withstand a couple of hits. Taking a look at Ho-Oh's stats, we start off by seeing some really odd numbers. 106 for base HP and 154 for the base special defense? What is this, Dungeons & Dragons point buy system? I thought Pokemon stats were always a multiple of 5 or 10, not willy-nilly like this. Anyway, special defense is leading, so we don't have to worry about rock-type moves all too much. We have a total of 680 in base stat total, that is 80 points higher than Celebi, and knowing how quickly you wrecked with Celebi, I don't think I will have to worry too much with Ho-Oh. Moving on to our learn sets, our level up learn set is the oddest we have seen for a while now. We start off with Sacred Fire, which is by far an amazing move, however we only have 5 PP to it. So early game will be going to the Pokemon Center or struggling our way through a lot of moves and battles. We don't learn another offensive move until level 22, and then not again until level 44. With Fire Blast. We do learn Recover, which will be very useful throughout the game since we're not allowed to use items in battle. Our TM and HM learn set is actually pretty tanky. We can learn great moves like Giga Drain, Dragon Breath, Thunder, Earthquake, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Steel Wing. We basically have our super type coverage, but we have to dip into the TM and HM learn set to do this. For the most part, I think having Shadow Ball, Recover, Sacred Fire, and maybe either Thunder or Dragon Breath. I don't know what the 4th move would be, so we'll just take a gander when we get there. I would go with Psychic, but that is post Johto, and we finished this challenge prior to that. So before we begin, let's go over the rules. I can only use Ho-Oh in battle. I can use other Pokemon for HMs for the overworld travel. I cannot use items in battle, but held items are allowed. No glitches or exploits other than starting with Ho-Oh. Gen 2 specific rule for this is the run ends after beating the Elite Four for the first time, since technically we can do that twice. So let's start. We start by swapping Cyndaquil with Ho-Oh so our rival gets Totodile so our late game can be as hard as it can be. After seeing Mr. Pokemon and Professor Oak, we get a call from Professor Elm that he was robbed. We end up meeting the robber, our rival, as he makes an escape from the town. I'm not going to recap this fight since it is a completely unfair optional win fight. So, skipping this fight, first along our gym leader challenge is Faulkner, the flying type gym leader. Faulkner's team consists of a level 7 Pidgey and a level 9 Pidgeotto. We get to Faulkner at level 13 and we only have 2 moves, Sacred Fire and Safeguard. Since Sacred Fire has a miss chance and only 5 PP, we need to make sure that we hit both his Pokemon and one-shot them so we don't need to use all 25 PP of Safeguard just to try to struggle against them. First up is Pidgey, and we use Sacred Fire to take it down, and Pidgeotto follows suit. We were lucky and we were able to hit 2 Sacred Fires in a row without getting hit, thus 5 God Burbs. Second leader of the Gym Leader Challenge is Bugsy, the Bug-type Gym Leader? Kinda obvious. Bugsy's team consists of a level 14 Metapod, a level 14 Kakuna, and a level 14 Scyther. We make it to Bugsy at level 18. I taught Godburb Mudslap to give us an additional attack, but it is super weak against Bugsy. Let's hope I never miss my Sacred Fire against this team. Bugsy sends out Metapod first, and it goes down to a Sacred Fire. Kakuna and Scyther both go down the same way. We were super lucky for this fight. We never missed our Sacred Fire, so we get 5 Godburbs. As we try to continue on with our lives, our rival stops us once again to try to take us down. Our rival's team now consists of a level 12 Ghastly, a level 14 Zubat, and a level 16 Crocodile. We're going up against our rival at level 19. Hopefully Sacred Fire works against all his Pokemon too. He sends out Ghastly, and we use a Mud Slap because it is super effective against it, and it goes down to a single shot. Crocodile comes out next and uses a Mud Slap, but it doesn't deal too much damage. He hits us with a Water Gun. We try to use our Sacred Fire but miss, and we get hit with another Water Gun. We use Sacred Fire again, but not too much more damage than Mud Slap is dealt. We take a Water Gun to the face. Now it is a race to see who can kill the other the fastest. Knowing that Mud Slap and Sacred Fire don't deal too much damage, and Mud Slap lowers the accuracy of his hits, I tend to use Mud Slap. And nothing really changes. We manage to bring Crocodile to red and use a Sacred Fire to take it down. Last is Zubat, and we use a Sacred Fire and manage to one-shot it. If we missed or needed to use 2 Sacred Fires, we would have lost this fight. We were near death, so I gave this 2.5 God Burbs. I did not think this fight against Crocodile would be so difficult. Now for the leader that stops most runs, Whitney, the normal type gym leader. Whitney's team consists of a level 18 Clefairy and a level 20 Miltank. Going into this battle, we are level 25, and we now know Gus from our level 22 level up. We should be able to take down both our Pokemon with Sacred Fire, and if not, Gust will be used. She sends out Clefairy, and a Sacred Fire easily takes it down. Second is Miltank, and we use a Sacred Fire, but brings it down to a literal sliver of health, maybe just 1 HP. They miss a rollout start, and we use Gust to finish off Miltank. We didn't take any damage this fight, and we went to the fight a bit damaged, but never got hit, so I would say 5 God Burbs. Our rival is ominously staring at us when we enter the burnt tower and is blocking our way to continue with the story. So this is a forced battle. Our rival's team now consists of a level 20 Haunter, a level 18 Magnemite, a level 20 Zubat, and a level 22 Crocodile. We're going into this battle at level 26. We have Gust now, so we should be able to take down Crocodile without much of an issue. First up is Haunter. We use a Mud Slap thinking that it's super effective. It would one-shot it, but we were wrong. It uses Curse and kills itself, but in the process curses us so we take damage each turn that we don't take down an enemy Pokemon due to Gen 2 rules. Crocodile is second, and when we use Gust to try to take it down, it does less than half damage, so it will take 3 turns to take it out. 2 of those turns we get hit by Curse and Crocodile's move Water Gun. This nearly kills us and puts us in the red. We then were able to one-shot both his Magnemite and Zubat with Sacred Fire. If we had missed a Sacred Fire, which has a 5% chance of missing, we would have lost this fight to the Curse. We took massive amounts of damage during this fight, so it is only 2 God Burbs. Stopping us along the way in our gym leader quest is Morty, the ghost-type gym leader. Morty's team consists of a level 21 Ghastly, a level 21 Haunter, a level 25 Gengar, and a level 23 Haunter. When we get to Morty, we are level 30. We still know the 4 previous moves, so we should be able to either Sacred Fire or Gust his entire team. First up is Ghastly. We actually Gust his entire team other than the Gengar, which took a Gust, tried to put me to sleep, missed, and then went down to another Gust. We took no damage this fight, so 5 God Burbs. We also got the TM for Shadow Ball, which we're going to immediately teach our God Burb. Fifth up along the gym leader path is Chuck, your drunk uncle that thinks he can fight. Chuck's team consists of 2 Pokemon, a level 27 Primeape and a level 30 Polywrath. We get to Chuck at level 35, and we learned Recover by replacing Mud Slap at level 33. We have Gust, so this should be an easy fight, but I'll just Sacred Fire Primeape and Shadow Ball Polywrath. First up is Primeape. We use Sacred Fire to take it out. Next is Polywrath. We use a Shadow Ball, but it only brings it to below half. He uses Mind Reader to make sure that his next attack, Dynamic Punch, doesn't miss, but we take it out with a Shadow Ball before we get hit with that overpowered move. We didn't get hit at all during this battle, so 5 God Burbs. The male version of Lorelei, Price, the Ice-type gym leader, is our next stop with the Gym Leader Challenge. Price's team consists of a level 27 Seal, a level 29 Dugong, and a level 31 Pillow-Swine. We're going into this battle at level 40. We have Sacred Fire, which is super effective, but will not one-shot them, so we will get hit during this battle. First up is Seal. We use a Sacred Fire, but it brings it down to yellow. It tries to use Icy Wind, but misses. We take it down with a Gust the following turn. Next up is Dugong. I thought that using a Sacred Fire would be good, but instead I decided to use Shadow Ball, and it dealt as much, if not more, than Sacred Fire would, but not enough to take down Dugong. He hits us with a Headbutt, but we took it down next turn with another Shadow Ball. Finally is Piloswine, and we use Shadow Ball to bring it to yellow. He uses Mist to do something. We take him down next turn with another Shadow Ball, winning us this badge. We took some damage, but not enough to really make it matter, so 4.5 God Burbs. The new Steel-type gym leader, Jasmine, is pretty new, and she knows how to clink into place. Jasmine's team consists of a level 30 Magnemite, another level 30 Magnemite, and a level 35 Steelix. We're going into this fight at level 40, and we have Sacred Fire, which should just one-shot her entire team. First up is the first Magnemite. We take it down with a single Sacred Fire. And the rest of her team goes down to Sacred Fire as well. No need to recap. We took down her entire team with just Sacred Fire, so 5 God Burbs. As we try to stop the Team Rocket invasion of the radio tower, our rival stops us to fight. Again, I don't know why our rivals tend to stop us to fight as we try to take down the local crime syndicates. Our rivals team now consists of a level 30 Golbat, a level 28 Magnemite, a level 30 Hunter, a level 32 Sneasel, and a level 32 Feraligatr. We're going into this battle at level 43, one level before we learn Fire Blast. First up is Golbat. We try to use Shadow Ball to take it down, but it survives with a Sliver. It hits us with a Bite for very little damage. Next up is Feraligatr, and we use a Shadow Ball to deal more than half health. He uses a Water Gun, which deals so little damage to us now that it's laughable. We take it down next turn to another Shadow Ball. Next up is Magnemite, and we use our new move Fire Blast that we just learned from the level 44 level up to take it down. Next is Hunter, and we tried to Fire Blast again, but we missed, and it used Curse on us. Since Sacred Fire is 95% accurate, I switch to that and take down Hunter. Sneasel is last and uses a quick attack to make sure that it deals damage before we take it down with a Sacred Fire. We took some damage to lower us below a quarter, so 4 God Burbs. Instead of having Fire Blast, I think I'll teach God Burb Hidden Power that I picked up a while back. The final gym leader in our wave from the Elite Four, but she's also most dangerous, being the Dragon-type gym leader, Claire. Claire's team consists of 3 level 37 Dragonairs and a level 40 Kingdra. We are level 49 going into this battle. We don't really have a good move against her team, and I've figured out that my hidden power is Psychic, so it will take us maybe a few tries to win this. She sends out her level 37 Dragonair first. We tried a bunch of different move combinations on the Dragonairs. We tried Hidden Power, but that dealt half damage. We used a Sacred Fire, but that dealt half damage. Then we finally tried a Shadow Ball, and that one-shot the last Dragonair. The first 2 Dragonairs tried to use Thunder Wave, but missed against me. When Kingdra came out, I used Shadow Ball, but it dealt more than half. She used a Surf, which dealt a quarter of my health. We took it down next turn with a Shadow Ball. We lost a quarter of health, so 4 God Burbs. As we're about to step into the Elite Four territory, we are once again stopped by our rival. Our rival's team now consists of a level 34 Sneasel, a level 34 Magneton, a level 35 Hunter, a level 36 Golbat, a level 36 Kadabra, and a level 38 Feraligatr. We're level 54. I don't know how well we're going to do since Sneasel will only take normal damage to Sacred Fire. He sends out Sneasel first. We use a Sacred Fire and manage to one-shot it. I am surprised. Next up is Feraligatr, and we use a Shadow Ball because it would be the most damaging move against it. It takes it down to yellow, and he uses Rage? Why do you use Rage? That's by far the worst move to use, especially if you go second in a battle. We take it down next turn to another Shadow Ball. Third up is Golbat, and we use a Shadow Ball to take it down. Fourth is Magneton, and a Sacred Fire one-shots it. Hunter is 5th, and our hidden power is Psychic, which is super effective, so we're able to dispatch him quickly. Last is Kadabra, and we're able to take it down with a Shadow Ball since it is also super effective. We took some damage due to Rage, but not enough to really matter. 4.5 God Burbs. Well, we done did it, y'all. We made it to the Elite Four, and our stats are as follows. We 203 HP, 177 attack, 130 defense, 147 special attack, 193 special defense, and 126 speed. We don't have the best defense and speed, so we are likely to go second against Lance, and with our current moveset of Sacred Fire, Shadow Ball, Recover, and Hidden Power Psychic, it isn't the best. As with all my challenges, I want to predict how the Elite Four battles will go before ever setting foot in them. Will is Psychic type, so Shadow Ball should be useful throughout the entire battle. Koga is Poison type. Really, any move is 1x damage against him, so we can just hope not to be poisoned by Toxic. Bruno is another easy one since Psychic should be useful against him. Karen is nothing but Dark type Pokemon. Our moves are not too good against her, except for Sacred Fire. If we hold out Sacred Fires, then we might have a chance against her. First up in the Elite Four challenge is Will, the Psychic type leader. Will's team consists of a level 40 Xatu, a level 41 Executor, a level 41 Slowbro, a level 41 Jinx, and a level 42 Xatu. As with my prediction from before, we were able to use Shadow Ball and Shadow Ball only this entire fight to one-shot his entire team. We never got hurt and only used Shadow Ball, so 5 God Burbs. Second is Koga, the Poison type leader. Koga's team now consists of a level 40 Ariados, a level 43 Forretress, a level 42 Muck, a level 41 Venomoth, and a level 44 Crobat. First up is Ariados, and we use Sacred Fire to take it down. Next up is Muck, and we used our Hidden Power Psychic to try to take it down, but it brought it down to below half health. He used Minimize to make it harder for us to hit, but we managed to hit him anyway. Crobat is third, and I used Shadow Ball, which brought it down to yellow. He used a double team to try to make it harder for us to hit, but we managed to hit anyway. I see a pattern. Fourth is Venomoth, and I meant to switch to Sacred Fire, but double clicked and used Hidden Power Psychic on him, and we managed to crit him. I guess we're super lucky. Last is Forretress, and sadly I have to use a Sacred Fire here since he is 4 times weak to Fire type moves. We didn't get hit this fight, so 5 God Burbs. Third is Bruno, the Fighting Rock type leader, who is still shirtless. Bruno's team consists of a level 42 Hitmonchan, a level 42 Hitmonlee, a level 42 Hitmonchan, a level 44 Onyx, and a level 46 Machamp. First up is Hitmonchan, and we use our Hidden Power Psychic since it is super effective, but he lives through it and it hits us with a quick attack for 9 damage. We also get hit next turn with another quick attack before it goes down to another Hidden Power. Second up is Onyx. We use a Shadow Ball thinking it would deal the most damage to it, but it only brings it down to yellow. He uses Sandstorm, and this will hurt us every turn now. We take it down next turn with Shadow Ball. Third is Hitmonchan, and we both get hurt by Sandstorm. He uses Hidden Power, but it brings him down to a sliver. He hits me with a Thunder Punch, and then it goes down to the Sandstorm. Machamp is next, and we critically hit it with a Hidden Power to one-shot it. Finally is Hitmonlee, which was hit by the Sandstorm, and goes down to a Hidden Power in one shot. We barely scraped by this fight, and it is because of the Sandstorm. We are at 75 health, so 2.5 God Burbs. This fight is literally against the Karen, the Dark type leader. Pokemon was ahead of their time. Karen's team consists of a level 42 Umbreon, a level 42 Vileplume, a level 45 Gengar, a level 44 Murkrow, and a level 47 Houndoom. Umbreon is first, and we use a Sacred Fire, but it brings it down to yellow. He used a Sand Attack, but missed us, which is fantastic. I debated on what I should use next, but I want to make sure that we took down Umbreon, so I use another Sacred Fire. Next up is Gengar, and we use our Hidden Power to bring it down to yellow. He uses Spite on us to reduce Hidden Power by 2. Okay, we then take it out with another Hidden Power. Next is Murkrow, and we managed to critically hit it with a Sacred Fire for the knockout. Fourth is Houndoom, and anything we use here is weak. So I use a Shadow Ball. It deals about a third of health. We use 2 Shadow Balls to bring it down to red, and he crunches us twice. She heals Houndoom, and then we use 2 more Shadow Balls to take it down, one of which was a critical, which is what I was hoping for. Finally is Vileplume, and a Sacred Fire just one-shots it. This was a scary fight because we could have really lost here. I give this 4 God Burbs since we lost a quarter of health. And here we are, at the last battle of the challenge against Lance, the Dragon-type champion who took over after Red left. Lance's team consists of a level 44 Gyarados, a level 47 Dragonite, a level 46 Aerodactyl, a level 47 Dragonite, a level 46 Charizard, and a level 50 Dragonite. We are going into this battle at level 55, which isn't too bad. We don't really have any good moves here, but he doesn't really have any good moves against us, except Gyarados. We can use a mix of moves here to try to win. We also have recovers, so we can always heal in battle. First up is Gyarados. We use a Shadow Ball to take it to yellow. It uses Rain Dance for a reason that I don't know. We take it down next turn to a Shadow Ball. Up next is the first level 47 Dragonite. We use a Shadow Ball and take it down to yellow. It used a Thunder Wave to paralyze us, and this is where the battle went downhill. I'm just going to say that I lost and I reloaded my save, and will attach a Paralyze Berry so we heal paralysis because that is legal by the rules. Repeat the rules from the beginning of the game. I suggest you go and check that out. Or check the description below for the rules. First up is Gyarados, and it goes the same as last time. I use a Shadow Ball and he uses Rain Dance to make Sacred Fire weaker. We use another Shadow Ball to bring it down. Next up is the first level 47 Dragonite. We use a Shadow Ball to bring it to yellow, and it uses Thunder Wave to paralyze us. We eat the berry to become unparalyzed, then we take it down with Shadow Ball. The second Dragonite is up, and we use Shadow Ball to bring it to yellow. We get paralyzed, and next turn we take a Hyper Beam to the face and use Shadow Ball to bring it down. Aerodactyl is third, and we are paralyzed, but it misses a Rock Throw. We use Shadow Ball to bring it to yellow, and we get hit with a super effective Rock Throw. We take it down the following turn. Charizard is 5th, and it uses a Hyper Beam, which should have ended us, but we hung on with a sliver of health and used Recover. We recover to a little bit above half. He has to recharge, so we heal again. He then keeps using Hyper Beam on us while we recover, and a Shadow Ball him to death. Lastly is the last Dragonite. On this turn, it uses a Hyper Beam. We use Recover to recover the health that we lost. On the turn he recharges, we use Shadow Ball to take him down bit by bit. Our move does less than half health damage, so it will take 3 Shadow Balls to bring him down. However, we get paralyzed here and there, so that doesn't happen. Instead, after his second Hyper Beam, he uses Outrage, which is weak against us, and it locks him into it. We use him to recover throughout them to make sure that we stay alive. Ultimately, he ends up being confused and hits himself once, which brings him in range of a single Shadow Ball death. We ultimately get a Shadow Ball off to take him down, and winning us the run! This fight was very intense, and my heart was pounding the entire time through this battle. We lost once to Lance, and the second battle was such a close loss that I'd have to give this half a Godburb. Well, that is it, folks. We managed to beat Pokemon Crystal with only using a Ho-Oh in battle. We only ever lost to Lance, which is amazing since other legendaries typically lose pretty early or get stopped by a mid to late gym leader, like how Celebi did against Jasmine, or almost all the Gen 1 birds against Brock. Ho-Oh only started off with a 5 PP move, Sacred Fire, which made the early game a slog to get through since we had to keep running to the Pokemon Center to get our moves back. All in all, I would say that this is a pretty good run to do. I had a ton of fun doing this run in a single session of about 4 hours. Every time I do this run, I watch the SGDQ speedrun of this Pokemon Crystal run that Keysdron did to make sure that I'm going in the right direction since I am not Gen 2 savvy like I am with Gen 1. If you guys haven't watched it, please do because it is an amazing run and super entertaining. The overall rating to this run is 4.17 Godburbs, which rounds to 4 Godburbs. I would say that it really should be 4.5 Godburbs, but we did have a ton of trouble against our rival early to mid game, so 4 Godburbs makes sense. Oh well, if you enjoyed this, please let me know. I love doing these Pokemon challenges. I can usually knock one out in a couple of days, or in this case, 4 hours. Next up is Lugia the Dive Burb. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and come back to watch more videos. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time.